wanted to do a good update. I've been posting some kind of short videos lately, and first of all, I want to apologize, guys. I've been working some really crazy hours, and of course, it's summertime, so, there's a whole lot of stuff going on around here, so I figured, I would take this opportunity to kind of update you guys on what's going on. First things first, as of today, I am 3 months, 10 days out since my extractions, and I am a little over it's about a month and 9 days, I think, since I got my dentures. I absolutely love them. Honestly, I am only taking them out at night, and I'm talking like right before I go to bed. And they go in the minute I get up. That's like the first thing that I do when I get up, because I feel so odd without them. And I've learned a lot of things by trial and error. I haven't really found anything that I can't really eat. Some things are hard to eat. I ate an apple and a carrot on a video here the other day, which was monumental. In fact, I think I ate like 2 apples that day just because I could. I really like apples, and it's been such a long time since I've actually just been able to grab an apple and take a bite. So that was, a monumental thing for me. It's hard to explain if you're just at the beginning of this, but when I first got my dentures, they felt awkward. They didn't really feel bulky, but I was very much aware that they were there. And I catch myself now forgetting they're there. In fact, last night, I was sitting on the bed getting ready to turn the lamp off and lay down, and my husband was like, "Are you gonna take your teeth out?" And I was like, "Crap!" I was like, "I forgot." I get so used to them being there that I don't notice it, and I'm noticing like weird things that I never anticipated. Forgive my cat. She thinks she's a bird or something. She's sitting on the back of my chair. But like if I eat something or drink something that's really, really cold, I get the cold sensation like you would drinking something cold with regular teeth. And I never really thought about that. Like I don't get it on the roof of my mouth, but I feel it like right, above where my teeth are in the front. Which is kind of odd. I've also noticed that things don't taste the same. Some things better, some things not so much. But something happened to me today that I wasn't anticipating. I had to go to wonderful world of Wally World after work and pick up some things for the house, and I'm tooling through, doing my shopping, and I ran into somebody that I hadn't seen in years. Probably 5 years or more. And they just go, "Oh, you look so great. You just look so great. Maybe it's your hair. You look so great." And I never said anything about my teeth, but they knew something was different, but they didn't know what it was. Or if they did, they weren't alluding to it anyway. But it was so great to run into them and just be able to stand there and talk and, like anybody else, and not think, "Oh God, I haven't seen this person in so many years. I don't want them to see my face." But it was kind of nice. And honestly, I said it before, but I don't know why I waited so long. But, No, it's kind of a sobering thing to run into somebody like that and then just be like, oh yeah, I don't have to hide. Ha ha ha. um, but like I said the other day, there's a lady that I started watching some of her videos on here. Her name is Grace Kincaid. And she's the one that turned me on to the Dentures Young and Old support on Facebook. Great lady, great videos, very honest, and I get a kick out of it. So you guys need to check her out. You really do. But I just, things are so different now. I'm eating like a champ. Um, and ironically, it's not really junk. That's what's kind of funny is it's not really junk. I'm craving fruits and vegetables and, stuff like that. Chips and stuff maybe, but I've never really been a chip person anyway, so, um, but something else too is that I'm still hard programmed to, can't chew on that side because of that tooth. And I'll literally go to switch sides to chew on this side because, I had a really, really, really bad sore tooth on this side before I had my extractions. And I'm, 3 months plus out and I'm still catching myself purposely switching and chewing on the other side because I'm afraid I'm going to set that tooth off. And then after a couple of times chewing, I'm like, oh, what am I doing? um, I am having a little bit of pain. And I don't know whether it's bone spur or whether it's just my mouth changing. And, of course, the dentures don't change. But it's on this lower side, on the inside of the denture, or on the inside of the gum. But it's only like late in the day. And I've noticed that it's only, towards late evening that, it starts bothering me or whatever. And speaking of late day, I want to apologize for my videos usually go up pretty late. And that's because I work late, and so you guys are kind of catching me at the ass end of the day. So I'm sorry for that. But I try to spend my days off, as much of it as I can with my little ragamuffins and, trying to do stuff around here. So, you guys are kind of catching me at the end of the ball game, so to speak. But, like I said, I'm learning a lot of things. I'm still using the Super Poly Grip Free. And thus far, it's still working really well. However, I think I'm gonna, maybe try some of the things and see maybe if they work a little better. Um, there again, it's kind of the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. My only problem with the Super Poly Grip is that once my dentures are in and that stuff sets, they're golden. Getting them out, totally different ball game. And it's not that I'm having trouble physically getting them out. It's just it's getting all that gook. And the only thing I can think to compare it to is like rubber cement. It's just stringy and sticky and bleh. And I haven't found a method that works, foolproof. I mean, I'm still using a dry terry cloth washcloth, and that seems to, grab a hold of it and pull most of it out. And then I use a toothbrush to get the rest of it out. But, I mean, for the hold, as far as that's concerned, it works great. I haven't had any issues as far as that's concerned. It's just the removal that's the issue. It's like I said, it's really labor intensive to get the crap out and to get it off my dentures too. So I think I may try some other things. And if you guys have any suggestions of things that you've tried that have worked or whatever, please let me know. Cause I would love to hear it. But thus far, I haven't found anything that has kind of, eluded me. There's been a couple of things that I've had to take a couple of stabs at to figure out what I'm doing. But all in all, I couldn't be more pleased. I really, really am so thankful for having them and them working out so well. But I have noticed that, without having the headaches and things like that, life has become a whole lot simpler. And I never really chalked those up to having anything to do with my teeth. I've always had migraines. I just never thought anything about it. But wow, what a difference. It's like daylight and dark. But looking back now, honestly, I think that the anticipation and the worry of the entire situation was far worse than what I've gone through. I've had a few bone spurs. The healing process went way quicker than what I thought it would. I wasn't in a whole lot of pain. There wasn't a whole lot of difficulty as far as the extractions. There wasn't a lot of difficulty getting used to the dentures. Now, logistically, there's some learning curve there. You kind of have to take it in stride. Because it is a foreign object in your mouth. The long and short of it is exactly that. And some people have more trouble with it than others. But it's a process that it just takes time. And something else and this is kind of funny though, but you think about trying to learn how to chew with your dentures, and the funny part of it is people think up and down, up and down, up and down. Well, that's not how you eat. That's not the normal movement your jaw uses to eat. It is up and down to a certain extent, but it's also kind of a grinding motion. And once you get comfortable enough to just kind of let nature take its course, I guess, so to speak, and just kind of eat normally, the rest just kind of falls into place. Now, again, they tell you to start off with to chew equal amounts on both sides to get used. I never could do that, never could figure it out. Every time I tried that, I either got choked or, it was just bad. I found out through trial and error there's some things that I can eat, but are very likely to get up underneath my teeth, even with the adhesive. Cornbread is one of them. Love cornbread. Get that stuff up underneath your teeth, and it's like having little bitty ball bearings running around underneath there. It hurts. Rice is another one. Rice slips up underneath the edges of those dentures real easy, and it's hard to get that stuff out without having to take them out. Sometimes getting a drink, things for some odd reason will backtrack and go up underneath the back part of my plate. My daughter had a drink earlier, and I wanted to try a sip of it. I had never tried that one, and when it had a lot of carbonation, and when I swallowed, it bubbled up and went back up underneath my plate, and it was like I'm little firecrackers going off underneath there, and I couldn't get it out. It's a little invasive. I have to be cautious of spicy foods. Love spicy food. Absolutely love spicy food. I have to watch it though, or make sure that I have something to drink pretty close to kind of rinse my mouth, because if that stuff gets up underneath your plate, it literally just sits there and burns crap out of you until you can get it out. I ate something today that had crushed red pepper in it, And one of those pieces of crushed red pepper got up underneath my bottom plate. Whew. I ended up having to go to the restroom and rinse my denture out to get it out because it had got up underneath there and it got stuck in the adhesive. So it was just sitting there. I couldn't get it out. Rinsed and rinsed and rinsed, just couldn't get it out. So I ended up having to go to the restroom, and clean it out, which luckily nobody came in and I got it in and out and back in place before anybody saw anything. So that was, I dodged a bullet there, but lesson learned. I have noticed that with like steak, and things like that, that I have, small bites, depending on how well done it is, the more tender the meat, the less, I have to worry about it. But, I have noticed that, foods like oatmeal and malto meal or grits, stuff like that, gets up underneath their popcorn. Oh, I love popcorn. Found out yesterday you can get a popcorn kernel stuck in between the teeth on your dentures. It can happen. Like I never got that thing out, but I managed. But it's just little things like that that you don't think of. And honestly, the kernel in between the teeth, you don't feel it, so you don't know it's there. And then I go to take them out last night and I'm cleaning them and there's this popcorn kernel sticking out of my teeth. It was great. But I mean, all in all, the last 3 months plus has gone by so quickly. The last month and a half or month and, a couple of days or whatever it is. It's been a learning experience, but in the same sense, it's been so easy, I guess. And maybe that's because, they're always there. Because I don't go without mine for very long. And I encourage people when they first get their dentures, you can't get used to them if you don't wear them. And at least for the first, couple weeks, wear them. Because that's the time when you're really going to see where the adjustments need to be. And you need to have a good, communication with your denturist to make sure that they're making the adjustments that you need so that they're fitting properly and you're not getting sore spots and you're not, they're not loose or tight or whatever, so that they're fitting to a point where they're functional. But wearing them is your best learning experience. And just don't ever assume that you can't eat something or you can't do something because you have dentures. Try it. If all else fails, you tried it, it doesn't work. Okay, maybe in a little while, but I can't do that right now. Don't just give up on things because it doesn't work the first time. Because I posted a video on it, a pink squishy fruit. I got outsmarted by frickin' watermelon. And it took me some time, but I figured it out, and it's just, and it doesn't, it's just silly things like that don't give up on it just because you try it once and it doesn't work. But guys, it is Saturday night and I'm off tomorrow and I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to go harass my children. And I'm going to bid you guys a good evening, a good weekend. I hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. And I will try to post again soon. But until then, if you like the videos, throw me a like. If you want to subscribe, click down here somewhere. There'll be a little yellow box. Click it. Subscribe. Yay. As always, I encourage you guys to post, ask questions, leave comments. I'm open to hearing from any of you. Catch me on Twitter. The links will be in the description. Also, check out that Facebook group I was telling you about, the Dentures Young and Old support. Check them out. But until later, I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good night, guys.